Detroit for having a pet goat.
Yeah,
The goat is now dead.
Yeah.
The police in Detroit killed your goat. It's a long story. It's bananas. And he said other things that you did were on the news. And you also had relationship problems with your ex-girlfriend, Michelle. He says that you're interesting. Maybe I can get him on your panel sometime if you'd like. And then he said, I told him about you. He said to mess him with, I didn't get these until literally like just right now. And you're friends with Museum Privilege?
Yeah, Museum is is a subscriber of mine.
And you have a bunch of homeless people. You moved into your house, a house that you bought in Detroit?
Yes.
Okay, so did you killed your girlfriend's goat?
No, somebody killed. Okay, I had 2 goats, and one of the homeless people that I moved in the house, one of them killed my goat's girl. Yeah, a girl goat.
We are live today, Rock Club Foundation. I'd just like to ask everybody for a moment of silence. You take a deep breath, and I gotta announce it to tell you guys about how we found her. We found her. She's lost, and even though we found her, she's still lost, and she's gonna be lost forever. But our spirit and our legacy will live on forever. Today, lady says that you're always gonna be the goat man, even without the goat. And we found Cutie Pie wrapped in a blanket, a mile and a half from our farm, up north, in every town that I've never been to before. We are going to be we are going to be doing a funeral for her, and and we're not really sure when, because it just happened literally with an hour ago. So we're just making this announcement to you right now. Please share and give your support. If you guys want to come by and show your support, to the Rock Club Foundation. Hey dear, we got something to tell you. Hey dear. Hey dear. Hey dear.
I thought maybe we gotta go back that way. I'll follow you.
Hey dear. Here, just come back here. So instead of us doing a wedding that I bought these flowers for, we are going to be doing a funeral. We're going to be doing a funeral. I'm not really sure when. We're going to be doing a funeral. Maybe tomorrow, maybe this weekend. But we will keep you posted. And I'm sorry, dear, but your fiance is no longer here. Have you found a poem yet?
I found 3. I was going to recite Death and Hatred, but I feel like that would be just too bitter. So I thought I could recite this other one, the first one, and then one about pain and strength. So, harsh wind and feathers. Life is a very sad drama queen. I cannot be so sad all year without shedding a single tear. An ocean's nation for whom I please, a centaur on the breeze, shows silver through the trees, unkempt burden takes life from what it wants. Pardon this goddamn nation. It's so weird as a choice.
You hurt my ears. I'm sorry. She's very emotional over.
What possessed you to move a bunch of homeless people into your home?
You gotta make the world a better place as much as you can. You gotta help give back to community, And
so how many homeless people did you shelter?
I don't know, hundreds.
Explain that to me. Let's say I'm homeless, and I live in Detroit. Do you have a very nice home? Is it big?
Yeah, I had it was 3 stories, and then I have a house next door to it, and two school buses, and it was working on building tiny homes, and so. Oh,
so you build tiny homes? Is that's?
We was working on building tiny homes right before the fire. And the foundation got shut down because of the fire and everything that happened. I just, So
let's go back to the very beginning, because this is my first time. Like I said, Crackhead Mike told me a little bit about you.
So yes. So anyways, I was living in Destin, Florida. I started the community garden center in Destin, Florida, right? It was called the Community Garden Center, Destin, Florida. I had like 25 homeless people living there at the time. The city tried to evict me, and then so they had to contact the owner of the property. Thought it was crazy because then they found out that the owner of the property was a strip club. I was running they call it a community garden center. So I was teaching homeless people how to garden and to try to raise, and to rehab them and teach them how to like garden basically. So I did that. I did the walk. So, I also did the walk for the homeless because I got tired of, people can't even get a cup of coffee because they're homeless. I just the other day, I actually got held up at gunpoint at a coffee shop for trying to order a cup of coffee by the owner of the coffee shop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the owner, it's on a YouTube video. The owner of the coffee shop came out of the back room with him.
Move in next to Starbucks. Let's see what's really crazy, what they think they could do to compete with Starbucks. Why do you guys think you're crazy enough to compete with Starbucks? There's no problem. I'm just here ordering coffee.
You're in here yelling and screaming at my.
I asked them why you guys are going to compete with Starbucks. That's all I said.
You need to leave. You're off the property right now.
Okay. All I came is here to order a cup of coffee. Okay. I guess that's why they're crazy. Because, they just came at me with a gun and asked me to leave for no reason.
The thing is that they don't want to leave. And
so what is the worst? What would you say? Let's hear now, since we've heard your success story. Let's hear what's the worst? Oh my God, I never should have let this person, because you're dealing with homeless people, and that usually goes hand in hand with you're dealing with addicts as well, right? And so
yeah,
and you're going to be dealing with people who are very manipulative and who are, they're going to take advantage of you, and they're going to be maybe so deep in addiction they steal from you or they damage your property. What's your worst experience with that?
I think I've been through all that, and yeah, everything from
no good deed goes unpunished, right?
I was almost murdered. My house burned down. My goat was murdered. Yeah, literally, on and on and on. I think I got for every success. I got very few success stories, and for whatever reason, I have way more stories of failures.
No, I'm just kidding. It's Erick Rockcliffe Foundation. the goat. Yeah, you know me. So yeah, probably the stories and the world news, and I really appreciate everything you guys are doing. I'm sorry I have a hard time talking right now. I'm a little bit beat up. That's pretty much what happened. I got beat up, and karma going to get back whatever that is put down. You're gonna have to believe in karma. Believe in just doing right and doing good and doing what you need to do. And I appreciate everybody hunting down these people and making sure that they come to justice. But we need to make sure that not only they come to justice, but our justice in our lives are being held out, and our truth and our love, and make sure that we are continuing to be good people and do good things, and not just get full of hatred, because hatred is why these people did what they did, because they got pissed off.
This rainbow people. We are, families, hippies. We are going to come travel. We are just traveling through Detroit. We need a place to stay, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you cool. If you guys are, if you guys are cool people, I guess you guys could stay if you guys,
Who doesn't love a hippie, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, it turned out that there wasn't hippies, and they turned out there was anti-hippies, and they are just these are dirty kids that they pretty much go to hippie community. They hang out with hippies to kind of drain off their energy. They call them dirty kids, and they kind of. Okay. I mean, they a lot of them are good people, but a lot of them are really just like they're just to kind of like. I don't know. They just it's really it doesn't really make sense why they're hanging out with the hippies, but they seem to always kind of hang out around the hippies, even though they're not hippies, and they kind of a lot of them are alcoholics and they don't. One of the biggest things they're known for is they don't like taking showers. They're proud of that.
That's a hippie thing, though, isn't that? That's a hippie thing. Just be as stinky as possible.
Well, no, that's a dirty kid thing.
Oh, okay.
To be confused with a hippie, but that's a dirty kid thing. That's why they call them dirty kids, because they don't take showers.
Yeah, they're lazy.
I don't know if you can call them lazy. They actually are hard workers. They actually, it's a hard work living out down the road.
Well, yeah, I do know that. I've had bouts of homelessness myself, but to not shower, like to intentionally not shower, I don't know.
No, some of them even go out of their way for not showering. They kind of like they're proud of it.
I don't understand that. I don't get that. But, and like you're living in close quarters with these people, so you have to smell them, and it's offensive to everybody else. Like, how do you deal with that? How are you like, no, bro, you have to take a shower? I
don't know. But anyways, they're always talking shit. They're always starting fights. They always, a lot of these people, not all of them, not all, you can't say everybody. You can't classify everybody. But these people was like, type of people. But the people that I dealt with was the people that literally they went around to start fights, and there are a lot of people like that to start fights, and. The people that moved in my home was actually running from the law. I
was going to ask you about that.
They were running from the law, and they had warrants for their arrest, and they was looking for a place to hide out. And then they went around town talking shit about me. And then one of my friends called me up and said, "You guys were talking shit about me. And you should maybe move them out of the house because I'm scared they might do something."
Detroit, and why am I here? I don't know if you guys know, but I've been talking about starting a commune somewhere in America called Hobo Hobby. I had a GoFundMe about that. Wasn't very satisfied because I'm not very good at typing. My sister just got done typing up a new one. The link for it probably going to be below in the future. But anyways, pretty much what I'm trying to do is to start get people off the streets, give them a hobby, teach them how to build things, innovate people. I want to be able to make things, innovate things. Be like a school.
Stop it. Daryl's what I'm hanging around about.
I'm trying to.
Daryl already came to me crying this morning because of you. That's where this all started today. Yeah, and I don't even know what that's about. Look at him now. He's still fucking tripping because of something you did, and he can't tell me that either. And I don't think it's the same thing he was crying about. So I'm watching you because you're bored with him now. He's good. You got him fucked around. He can't do shit. So now you're coming for me or minors or do it or something. I'm right here, standing fucking guard. It's my watch, my kids, and me. And you're fucking everybody around.
I'm not trying to fuck nobody around.
Fucked around good. I've been fucked around good. More than enough. Dude's been fucked around, and you're the one doing it.
I'm sure I bought you here because you were fighting with your family back home.
I don't want to hear it. fucked us all around today and the last few days and more.
That just fucked me up.
Now Daryl can't even get his feet on the ground. And I still don't know the two things that you did to him.
Dude.
And you got Daryl fucked up, so you're going to come back around to Mirror Dude now. That's what you do. Make your rounds, keep everybody fucked up. I'm here watching for when it's my turn, because it ain't happening to me again today. I will fucking stop it instantly.
That's been in my life pretty often. And
Michelle girl, is Michelle the girlfriend that turned out to be a lesbian?
Yes, she ended up being a lesbian. That's one of the reasons.
And then it's Michelle's goat that was killed, right?
It wasn't Michelle's goat. I did get the goat around the same time as Michelle, so that.
You're a womanizer! Krystal Roberts Foundation, we want to talk about why Michelle doesn't want to be on YouTube anymore. So like, why don't you tell them about like why you film just?
Well, we don't want any, criticism or people saying strange or awkward things to either of us, or gross things, or negative things, or things that might make anyone mad. I don't know, maybe just like set either of us aside first and ask us questions before doing or saying anything, if you are wondering.
Yeah, because people, when people say things, it makes Michelle really awkward. Like, see, like you say all the time, I got better things to do than make videos all the time. Then,
well, we were doing the awesome stuff in Detroit, or trying to do them, or going on adventures, and that was like the life. But now we have a different life, and and now we're just trying to make some fun videos, or trying to figure out good content for videos, and dealing with everything involved with that.
Like, we don't need a bunch of creeps like constantly just trying to mess up our relationship. Because I love Michelle. She's you are my baby, sweetheart, beautiful person, and it's hard when we got people just like bombarding her. She's having a lot of anxiety and depression, and especially with things going on with the family and stuff. And so you want to go
like, I need space to fit out who I am.
Right.
And not and usually them that need to get space to fit out who they are. And or they have issues that's just keeping them from being in a relationship. Yeah. And I don't know. I still, some women I don't ever talk to. They're getting fights with, and they just don't want to talk to me again. But usually those are the crazy ones, which I'm probably better off without.
Yeah, definitely.
But I still talk to Michelle almost every day. I still talk to Rachel almost every day. I still talk to Ashley almost every day. I still talk to a lot of these women that have been in my life pretty often. And
Michelle girl, is Michelle the girlfriend that turned out to be a lesbian?
Yes, she ended up being a lesbian. That's one of the reasons.
And then it's Michelle's goat that was killed, right?
It wasn't Michelle's goat. I did get the goat around the same time as Michelle, so that might be the confusingness of that.
Okay. How did the goat die?
And also, it was Daryl's girlfriend, so
Oh, okay. So how did
Daryl is a goat. So I was going to have a wedding ceremony for the goats. It was going to make a YouTube video of the two goats getting married, and that never ended up happening because they both were murdered and killed before that ended up happening. So.
Make you smile, I got the power. Power to the people. I say power to all of you. I say power to the people. I got the superpower to make people smile, and it doesn't have to, and not because of my goat, and not because of my coat, but they definitely do help being the light to the world, because I got the power to make the whole world smile, even animals, I'm able to make animals smile. Animals love me. I'm in America, just living on faith and smiles, because that's very important. People just be able to smile, because people just don't smile like they used to. To be able to inspire them to dream and live their dreams, and to become. That's what's really important. for people to be able to live, to be able to be inspired and live